Repeat after me. I, Pam Triolo,
I, Pam Triolo,
a citizen of the city of Lake Worth,
a citizen of the city of Lake Worth,
the state of Florida,
the state of Florida,
and of the United States of America,
and of the United States of America,
and being an officer of the city of Lake Worth,
and being an officer of the city of Lake Worth,
and a recipient of public funds,
and a recipient of public funds,
as such officer,
do
hereby solemnly swear or affirm
hereby solemnly swear and affirm
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and of the state of Florida,
and of the state of Florida,
and the charter of the city of Lake Worth,
and the charter of the city of Lake Worth,
and that I am entitled to hold office
and I am entitled to hold office
under the Constitution
under the Constitution
and charter of the city of Lake Worth,
and charter of the city of Lake Worth,
and that I will faithfully perform all the duties of the office of mayor
and I will faithfully perform all the offices of
I wish I was about to enter.
Of which I'm about to enter.
Congratulations. I, Babe Ruth,
Hey, this is a serious affair there. Point of order, point of order.
Play ball. Strike one.
I, Scott Maxwell,
I, Scott Maxwell,
a citizen of the city of Lake Worth,
a citizen of the city of Lake Worth,
the state of Florida,
the state of Florida,
and of the United States of America,
and of the United States of America,
and being an officer of the city of Lake Worth,
and being an officer of the city of Lake Worth,
and a recipient of public funds as such officer.
and a recipient of such funds,
Public funds.
public funds,
As such officer.
as such officer,
Do hereby solemnly swear
do hereby solemnly swear
or affirm
or affirm
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and of the state of Florida,
and of the state of Florida,
and the charter of the city of Lake Worth,
and of the charter of the city of Lake Worth,
and that I am entitled to hold office
that I am entitled to hold office
under the Constitution
under the Constitution
and charter of the city of Lake Worth,
and charter of the city of Lake Worth,
and that I will faithfully perform
and will faithfully perform
all the duties
all the duties
of the office of Commissioner,
of the office of Commissioner,
District 1,
District 1,
on which I am about to enter.
of which I'm about to enter.
The city of Lake Worth,
A citizen of the city of Lake Worth
the state of Florida,
and the state of Florida
and of the United States of America,
and the United States of America,
and being an officer
and being an officer
of the city of Lake Worth,
of the city of Lake Worth,
and a recipient of public funds
and a recipient of public fund,
as such officer,
as such officer,
do hereby solemnly swear or affirm
I do hereby solemnly swear and affirm
that I will support the Constitution
that I will support the Constitution
of the United States
of the United States
and of the state of Florida,
and of the state of Florida,
and of the charter of the city of Lake Worth,
and of the charter of the city of Lake Worth,
and that I am entitled to hold office
and I am entitled to hold office
under the Constitution
under the Constitution
and charter of the city of Lake
and the
Worth,
charter of the city of Lake Worth,
and I will faithfully perform
and I will faithfully perform
all the duties
all the duties
of the office of Commissioner,
of the office of Commissioner,
District 3,
District 3,
and which I'm about to enter.
which I'm about to.
I'm up first. I just want to thank everyone here. Thank you so much for being here tonight. I have a lot of people to thank, but I'm going to try and be as brief as I possibly can. First, I have to thank the people of Lake Worth that helped me get here in the first place. I know most of you had absolutely no idea who I was back then, but you listened to my words, you listened to my heart, you knew I loved Lake Worth, and you also knew we deserve so much more. Your trust and belief in me keeps me going each and every day, and I graciously thank you all very much. To my fellow commissioners, Scott, Andy, John, Chris, thank you for your commitment to making Lake Worth a better place to live. We all are so very different, aren't we? But together we work.
Yeah.
Thank you all for your service and friendship. I want to thank City Manager Mike Bornstein and his lovely wife Deborah for putting up with us in their lives. Mike, you're willing to help us. You took on the challenges. You joined our team, and we're so very grateful. I couldn't think of a better partner. Pam Lopez, William Waters, Juan Ruiz, Ken Oakes, Jamie Brown, Clay, Larry, newly retired Steve Carr. Is he in this room? I'm forever in your debt. Thank you for sticking with us. The two new Mr. Woodses, Dottie, Dolores, Deb, all the other Ds, all the managers, all the staff, they've gone above and beyond to help move this city forward because they really do care.
Yeah.
And I have to give a special shout out to Sylvina Donaldson because she has the difficult task of keeping all of us on task. And I couldn't do it without her help and optimism. And speaking of which, I have to thank my staff at my other job. Ellie, Daryl, Angel, you are my angels in real life too. Thank you for helping me to keep my business running so I can take time to do this job right. With all the troubles our city faces, it's not a part-time job. And you can imagine how difficult it is to only have 24 hours in a day to get both of those jobs done. So I'm eternally grateful. And speaking of angels, thank you. Speaking of angels, I want to thank my late mother, Sandy Triolo. I would never, ever have been able to do this job if I didn't have her as a role model. Mom, I miss you so very much. And I know you had a hand in this last election too. I am so very blessed to still have the full support of my dad too. I wish he could have been here today, but you're gonna see him walking around town again very shortly. He's coming back. He's tired of the cold. And last but certainly not least, I have to thank my amazing husband. You, honey, are the yin to my yang. And I think we all need to thank him too. When I'm working 80+ hours a week, he's given up the most, especially my cooking. Honey, thank you for sharing me with the city and for your patience and support through all the good and the tough times. I love you very much. Hey, you all, we've got a lot to do, Lake Worth, but we spent the last 2 years putting down all the foundations. Now it's time to execute and to bring this city into its glory days. Thank you all again for giving me the chance to see it through and for serving as our city's first two-term female mayor in the city of Worcester. I promise I will not let you down. And remember that despite all of our differences, together we can do anything.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Well, I too would like to, from the bottom of my heart, thank each and every one of the folks in this room and the folks that could make it tonight, and everybody here in the city, the staff, our citizens, our neighbors, for their support, not just for myself through this qualifying period, but also for Pam and for Andy. I really think that we've got a great team here. The five of us, I think, work very well together. I've had the benefit of serving on the commission for a few terms now, and this quite possibly may be the best, most well-functioning body I've had the opportunity to work with.
Amen.
2 years ago, I talked about a bright future for the city of Lake Worth. We had a change in our elected body, and I thought at the time that was a good thing, and now I'm convinced more than ever that it was a good thing. It is a good thing. We've made some accomplishments over the last couple of years. Some of them are very evident, others not quite so evident, but I think that by and large, many of the citizens in our community that we don't get to talk to every day, that maybe you all don't get to talk to every day, must be very pleased with what's going on, because I see a lot of smiling faces. There seems to be a different attitude and a lot of bounce and a lot of people's step here in the city of Lake Worth. And for that, I'm very grateful, and I'm very happy that maybe we had a small part in making that happen. However, going forward, we have some challenges still. Some of the things we've been dealing with for a number of years still remain to be dealt with, and keep chipping away at fixing some of those opportunities. But we've got a lot of bright opportunities ahead of us as well. We just had a really dynamite conversation earlier this week about one of the best opportunities the city could ever hope for. And let's just keep our fingers crossed that maybe that dream will come true. So,
Tell us what it is. No.
that dream, did you want to talk about baseball again? I would like to thank Glenn Torsivia for making me screw up the words to my oath. It's not like I've done this before, okay?
Hey, you did it to me too, don't worry about it. All three of
I'm
us.
so embarrassed. I'm supposed to be well educated, but it doesn't show tonight. You know, I just want everybody to know that I'm committed, you know, again, for the next 2 years to do what you all have sent us here to do, and that is to find the best way to position Lake Worth, put on its best face for not just our community, but for our neighbors. And our neighbors are really starting to take notice of Lake Worth. They really are warming up to us like they've never warmed up before. A lot of folks are rooting for us. I've always said if we ever learn to get out of our own way, the floodgates of opportunity and support would be there. And right now I see those floodgates starting to bulge out a little bit. So I'm looking forward to, you know, knocking those floodgates down and getting a little water on our feet. And also, like I said, I'm really just thrilled to be here again. I'm honored and I'm humbled that you all would put up with me for a fourth term now, I guess it is. So, you know, I don't know what to say other than thank you so much. But you know, I said I wasn't going to say this. My wife asked me not to do this, but I do want to thank my lovely bride, Paula. Pretty week for me. You know, we got to talk about baseball earlier and tonight, but the best part of this week was Paul and I celebrated our 26th anniversary yesterday. My handsome son there, who's, you know, I first started doing this gig was about this tall, and now he's taller than I am. So, thank you both for sharing.
Thank you all very much. Please thank Paula, Scott Maxwell's wife.
I'm not sure where this is going.
But I want to thank each and every one of you and all the voters. Again, we must be doing something right, unopposed. There's a few people that put up with me on a regular basis. Nadine, thank you. John follows me around with a camera constantly, and it's a good thing for Lake Worth. Deb at the Mango Inn, Madeline, Teresa Miller, Marty, you know, you're always there. 3 or 4 times a day, but Raquel, you're always there when I need you. Caroline and Michelle in the back. There's certain people here that I deal with on a regular basis every day. Buttons and Terry, Joan, Emily, and Chris at the CRA, Jeff at Bella Construction, Yo, Vinny, Consuela and Dave. You know, all of you are in my life every day, and you're helping to move the city of Lake Worth forward. It takes a village. It's not just us. It's a city working together. I want to thank Lantana, Mayor Stewart. You're always there to support us. You know, you border us. And I want to thank you for giving us the gift of Michael Bornstein. Deborah for giving us Michael Bornstein, because she puts up with a lot of crap, and I just want to say thank you. It's another 2 years moving this city forward. In closing, I want to thank my partner Gordon for putting up with all the crap when I get home. And please join us tonight at Park Avenue Barbecue. I've been saying that for a long time. Blue Front Barbecue.
Yeah.
At 7:30 for our thank you party. Thank you.
Commissioner comments? Okay. Oh, Commissioner Zerdy, yes?
Yes.
I want to make sure you didn't feel left out.
Thank you. You didn't send in a blue card. 2 minutes.
No, I'm so happy to still be up here at the same time with these 3 folks here. I mean, it's a tremendous chemistry, like you all were saying. And you know, there's different strengths to all of us, and we work in different areas. So I just can't tell you how much happier I am that we're going to keep moving on with a really good flow. I mean, we don't have to go through the rest of everything that was going to go on. We don't need to be throwing mud at everybody else out here. We truly do all get along good, I tell you.
Yeah.
And we respect each other. We respect our city too. We respect you. And I'm happy to be part of you guys for a little longer yet, and keep on trying myself. And that's why I wondered everybody came, because they like barbecue. I appreciate everything you all do. I've learned a lot up here as well. Thank you.